for this particular video. I thought I might come on and do a little something different. This isn't something I do very often. I don't pick up this instrument quite as frequently as I used to, so I still struggle on notes. Not really all that good anyway, because I'd say it's not my favorite thing to do in the world, so I don't really spend all that much time doing it. In my younger years, I probably kind of practiced this thing with the motive of being a performer on a stage, but would kind of say that wasn't really something I loved to do all that much, or it wasn't my best gift, but there's probably a few things I still know, so I might kind of try to do them out a little bit here and play you all just a few old relaxing hymns I used to play. And there's quite a few more ones I've known that I've played over the years. Oh, I tell you, it's kind of like I said, I don't practice them as much as I used to. I kind of try to get on here and do a little for you as good as I can with all the practice I missed over the years. I'm just kind of used to be able to do this in church, but sometimes, just sometimes, I get on here just to make little attempts. Just wanted to see you all at least see me try to do something, even if I don't really keep in practice enough to do it as good as I used to. Okay, well, this next one I'm going to try to play. It's a little bit of a harder one. It's probably one of the ones I picked up on last of all, but probably it's been a while since I have, and I'm going to try to do it. Now there's also one here that it was probably one of the ones I picked up on a time or two, but never really played it enough to really get all that much practice at it. It was one of my mother's favorites, and when I tried to play it for her, she suggested I practice it a little more because it was one of hers. I didn't really do it much, so can't really say I've kind of really gotten it down, but I'm going to try it. Now this, I'd say, it might even be one of the ones I played a little better when I was practicing it more often. It was kind of fairly simple to play, but it goes a little something like this. Oh, I say, and you know, there's just a lot of these different ones I've tried to play different times. I kind of look back. I tell you, I was kind of in my early 20s when I did this a lot, and kind of mid 40s now. So I'd say a lot of it, it's kind of been a long time since I've done it. But here's one of those ones I had somebody kind of sing along to at a family reunion while I was playing it. I'll see how I can do it here. I even forget which chord I started it on. Well, and I'd say that there are probably going to be a few more we can try to play tonight. I might try to kind of think here what one to do next, but probably have to be one I can think of that I've ever worked on. Just had one in mind, but kind of slipped to my mind just now. Would have to try to think what it was, but probably while I'm at it, just play one I am thinking about. And I'd say that there's kind of these ones that always kind of played them different ways at different times and learned them all the ways I did. Sometimes I learned over time how to kind of tell what the guitar sounds like on a certain chord, and then I'd play along with that just to see how it did. And it would be the kind of thing, once I laid it down for too long, once I really got into wood carving, I kind of got away from it for quite a while. So that was just kind of how it went. But there was also a little song from Revelation I sang that was called Four Angels out of Revelation chapter 7, and it kind of starts out with a little intro that was kind of finger picked like this. Hopefully I can remember how to play it, but I'm not sure that I do. Well, I tell you, with no more practicing, I've had it that tune in so long. That's kind of I'd say the best way I could do it. But I'd say that there's been more of these hymns I've known over time than lots of you all have known. I mean, I kind of grew up in a small Baptist church where we sang a lot of these hymns, and I tell y'all, there's one I'm thinking of right now. Might as well go ahead and play it while I'm thinking about it. Now there's probably one more I'm going to play here. I'll try to see if I can remember what chord I started it on when I did play it. Now I'd kind of come to say to you all that this is just one of those things that back in my days of recording I might have kind of done a little more of, and I'd say these days some of you all who know me know I've already resigned or retired from that ministry and kind of moved on to a new thing, and every once in a while I try to kind of distribute a little more if I can. I don't keep it online anymore, but I keep it on my computer and devices to kind of share occasionally. So just want to let y'all know, I hope you all enjoyed hearing the singing and the playing, and keep in touch.